Hey guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I do want to apologize a little bit for the late upload, but tomorrow's my birthday and I'm on vacation. I was actually just in a wedding this past weekend and I was sick, so that's kind of why it took me a long time to get this video up. I saw the comments that were left on the last one, and it wasn't really due to the election that I didn't put a video up. However, that did not help at all. I actually was not feeling that well. But anyways, I just wanted to go ahead and get into it. I wanted to do a video on medical emergencies, and this is going to be more of a general discussion of the entire thing. It's not going to be specifically like what a medical emergency is, because it's kind of self-explanatory. But the reason why I decided to do one was because on my last trips in, what was it, October/November, I had all these medicals, and I was just like, what in the world? Like, I went so long without having any at all, and then they were all just like bam bam bam, back to back to back. But basically, whenever we go through the training process in for whatever airline you're in, you find out how to handle different situations different ways, so you are properly trained. The thing is, no matter how much training you're given, whenever you put in certain situations, especially ones that are difficult, you never really know how a person's going to react. So I did have a flight where I was working with a 4-person crew, including myself, and we did have a medical. We had a guy spread out on the galley. Luckily there was a doctor on the flight who helped with everything, and if he was not there, I swear, I don't think anything, the guy wasn't gonna die or anything like that. He had just turned really, his coloring was really bad, and he was feeling lightheaded, he needed oxygen, his pulse was low, and I'm not a doctor, obviously, but there are things that are on the flights to help us figure certain things out. But that doctor really came through, and my crew members, bless their hearts, they were so sweet, but it was just kind of like a stressful situation, and it just kind of went to show, when you're put in certain situations, that's the word I keep using, you kind of don't know how you react until it happens. But I am very level-headed, and I didn't realize until afterwards that I could handle myself under pressure a lot better than I thought I could. And the reason why I think it was kind of easier for me was because it was a stranger. I feel like if I saw a family member or someone close to me pass out versus someone that I didn't know at all, that I would go about it differently. And you, obviously if it's not a loved one or something, you can kind of be unbiased and go into it differently than if it's somebody that you know and you're just freaking out. But yeah, in training you find out everything you really know, so I won't go into specifics the details of every emergency and stuff like that, but you are trained on it. But you can't practice all the stuff in real life. So people will come on the plane dehydrated from drinking too much alcohol, soda, etc., and pass out, or that's a more common one. Or I've had people throw up on flights. I had someone throw up right on landing, right when we took off. Kids that will throw up a lot. This one girl, she came on and she was her mom was like, oh, don't worry, it's fine, she does this all the time. She gets really motion sick, and she was dry heaving, and she actually did not, nothing actually came up, but the noise she was making, because especially if you don't have anything in your stomach and you're just I won't make the noise, and I was just like, bless her heart, oh my gosh. So we got her a bag and all that. We go through everything that we can to try to make that person more comfortable. But I was just thinking, this sounds really bad. What a way to start the flight. She literally came on and had this little bag and was I thought projectile vomiting according to the gate agent, although nothing came up. And I was just thinking to myself, oh, this is how this flight's gonna go. Great, welcome aboard, come on, we'll take you. But yeah, some people just get stressed out and will get shaky and need a drink, or people have headaches. They will come on there and be motion sick. I had one girl have a full-on panic attack. I've seen people, I think they just get lightheaded when they start saying that they're feeling sweaty or hot, cold, or sticky, or they just maybe even claustrophobic, just all kinds of things. And you have to make sure that you can handle this. Now, this is one aspect of the job that I do feel like people kind of downplay and don't understand, that it can be. I think my glasses are kind of distracting me. I'll put them back on though, because I can't see without them. I think it's one part of the job though that people don't take as seriously as they necessarily should, because so many things go right, and consistently, normally, flights are going to be smooth, boring, nothing's going to happen more times than they'll be exciting. What flight attendants want is for that flight to be so boring, everyone to ask for water, no ice, and maybe an apple juice here and there. landing was great. People didn't really want anything. Everybody kind of slept. We want boring flights. We want nothing to happen. What we don't want is people passing out and excitement and having to page for medical assistance and all these things going on. It makes for a good story, yes. However, going through it, you're just like, why today? Why my flight? But, you know, that's typical. We just want to have like a nice boring day at work. But medical emergencies do happen. So it is something when you are considering this job and this field that you need to think, can I handle a situation? Can I work well under pressure? This I said in a previous video, this is the type of work well under pressure situation that I mean. Literally having all these passengers that are in the aisles, that the front of the plane, first class, they had no idea this guy was spread out on the galley floor in the back, had no idea. And so it's important not to like hide this from them or anything, but they're enjoying their flight. They don't need to necessarily know what's going on in the back. The people that with children that were having to come get up, bring their kids to the bathroom and stuff, were looking like, what in the world's going on? Sometimes it takes situations like this for people to realize this is what your flight attendants really are here for, is for the worst case scenario, to evacuate this plane if something crazy happens. But more times than not, it does not happen. However, you still need to be able to function in that situation. So do keep that in mind when you're considering the job, because a lot of people don't think, oh, you know what, there might be some weird crazy situation like that American flight where they got on thinking normal day, taking this plane to, I believe it was Miami, I'm not for sure, and then bam, something crazy happens and you're having to get every single one of your passengers out in a certain amount of time. Or I'm on the flight thinking, oh, we're going to Canada, I do this twice a week, and then you have someone on the plane who goes into labor. Like, you really don't know, and that's why it's very important to be situationally aware of the people that are walking onto your office, are walking onto that plane, and if there is a medical, to be able to assess the situation and handle it accordingly. But yeah, this is kind of more advice than anything else, because I'm not gonna like details in all this stories are kind of, it's not that they're irrelevant, but it's not something that I really just want to have a story time about. But it's just very important to keep a calm head. I do get nervous. I might not show it because I feel like in a situation like that you kind of do have to fake it till you make it. If I'm the flight attendant and I'm supposed to be in charge, if I'm the flight attendant and I'm supposed to be in charge and they're looking at me to like handle the situation and be calm and everything, I can't be freaking out. So it's very important for me to just woosah, get it together, and just take a step back and make sure that they're looking at me and they understand, okay, she knows what she's doing, she's qualified, and they feel comfortable and they feel competent in my hands. But yeah, medical emergencies, especially with the family too, because they'll try to get up and be like, oh my gosh, is blah blah okay, like, and that's so understandable. Understandable, because that's their loved one. That could be a spouse, that could be a kid, and they obviously want to know if that person is going to be okay, and they're looking to you to make sure that the situation is okay. So keeping a level head, kind of having to be, not, I won't say bossy, but like a little firm with people, because I've had situations where people are getting up and I'm like, I need you to sit down and move so I can get to this person. Like, I'm not gonna ask for permission. Like, the doctor was having to tell me on this one situation that we needed to elevate his legs, so I just went to the nearest overhead bin, grabbed whoever's bag it was, and got it to put it under his legs. And passengers are very understanding in that. If someone's life is on the line, if someone is having medical problems, there's no need for me to go, okay, hey, whose bag is this? Like, I have to be firm and say, all right, do this, and just take control. So you need to be able to take control as well. And then all the rest of the things are still going on. So we're still might have to get the beverage carts out. We still might be on initial and have to secure the galleys. Like, everything else has to be taken care of as well. That's why it's very important for your crew to like function as one, and everyone kind of assign things and do certain things to still carry on that flight. So I don't know what kind of explanation this was of medicals, but I don't know, ask questions, because I feel like this is kind of up in the air as far as how I explained everything. But yeah, anything you guys might want to know below, feel free to ask. I won't specifically go into details of every medical I've had, blase, you know, that type of thing, but I do kind of want to do a story time, because I have had some crazy flights lately. Outside of, you know, the passenger details, I would like to go into it. So feel free to leave everything down below. Tomorrow's actually my birthday, so I probably won't be responding to comments for a little bit because I actually am on vacation. But yeah,